Hey guys, this is kind of my first YouTube video, so I hope that you can forgive the fact that I look like shiznit and the fact that I'm kind of discombobulated. But I felt like I had to make the video right now while this was fresh on my mind so that I could be as authentic as possible and that I could really show how I feel about what I'm saying and be passionate about it. I think that's really important, just as important as content, in my opinion. So I wanted to talk about 7 things that I won't miss about being fat. Because on this channel, I basically would like to have you guys follow my mental health and physical health journey. Most importantly, my weight loss journey. I am about 5'2", and I weigh about roughly 300 pounds, and that's just unacceptable. I'm barely turning 21, and I do feel like I'm too young to be having a lot of the problems that I have. So I'm just gonna come out and be honest because I feel like that's the only way for me to have accountability and to really stick to my goal is to have people who I feel like are depending on me, who are inspired by me, and that's what's really going to get me through it personally because I have proven to not really have just the self will to do it. Because this is not my first attempt. Hopefully, it's my last attempt. So, starting on the 7 things that I won't miss about being fat, the first thing that I wanted to talk about was seatbelt extenders on the plane. So, this isn't a big deal, I guess. To a lot of people, it wouldn't be a big deal. And it's not even that I'm embarrassed to ask for the seatbelt extender when I'm on the plane. It's the look that you get from the person who's next to you and the sympathetic look from the airline attendant, the flight attendant, and the fact that he or she always felt the need to say quietly, "Here you go, sweetie. Here you go. Anything else?" Like, the fact that they felt embarrassed to give it to me almost is what makes me feel embarrassed. And I've actually been offered to go on a trip with an ex-boyfriend of mine, and I actually turned down the whole entire trip because I didn't want him to see me have to get the seatbelt extender. And that's so silly because he knew exactly how big I was. But it's little things like that. And the second thing is fear of drawing attention to myself. This kind of goes with that. Fear of drawing attention to myself because I personally always feel like people are thinking about my appearance and my weight when they look at me. It's just insecurity that I have. I know that there are plenty of people who are at my weight or near it who don't feel insecure and don't feel self-conscious. So I'm not saying that people should. I'm just saying that that's how I personally feel. And that's held me back from a lot. Like dancing at parties. I love to dance. Like when I'm by myself, I get down. But when I'm at a party, I'm scared of becoming a meme. That's what it is. I'm afraid of becoming a meme. Ending up on the internet, people saying, "Oh, that fat girl's getting it." Because I don't want people to just see me as a fat girl. I understand that that is what they're going to see because I am a fat girl, but there's more to me than that. And I wish that people could see that. I wish that people could see past this, get to know Bailey. I'm more than just a fat girl. I really am. The third thing is making compromises in fashion. There are certain outfits that I've seen that I've been like, "Oh, I wish I was skinny just so I could wear that." And once again, there are people who are at my weight and around it who probably have my body type who feel perfectly comfortable showing their skin and wearing tight clothes, but I do not. And I feel like if I was thinner, I would. And maybe that's something that I can fix from the inside out. Maybe I have the wrong viewpoint. I am in a learning process. But that's just how I feel at the moment. That I have to choose dresses based on if they cover my arms or if they're not too tight on my stomach because I carry a lot of weight there. And I love fashion and I don't enjoy having to make compromises for it. Even when it comes to things like lingerie or whatever, can only only feel comfortable looking for baby dolls, and that sucks. It sucks when there's already so little available for the size that I wear, and then still having to narrow it down to this little bit of clothes that I feel comfortable in. That's something that I'm not gonna miss. The fourth thing is the fear of sitting in public. Fear of sitting in public. That sounds silly, but when I look at a chair that doesn't necessarily look sturdy, I'm scared to sit down in front of people because I'm thinking, if this chair breaks, everybody's going to be looking at me. And one time a chair did break, but it wasn't because of me. The chair was already broken, but people around, they're automatically going to assume that fat girl broke that chair. And you know it. You know that's what they're going to assume. So that gives me extreme anxiety to sit. Just to sit, or getting into booths at restaurants. Just everything. Sitting in public, I have anxiety. Sitting down in public and walking over people. Those are two things I have a great amount of anxiety because of my weight. And that's something I'm not going to miss. The fifth thing, I believe it's number 5 now. The fifth thing is dreading summer. The reason I dread summer is everybody wants to go to Waterworld. I mean, I'm still in my early 20s. People want to go to Waterworld and the beach all the time. And I feel like I can never find a bathing suit that I feel comfortable in because of, even in the plus size section, just nothing from my body type, because I feel like there's this perfect plus size body type that we all look up to, and it's if you have a flat waist and wide thighs. Unfortunately, I wasn't built like that. I have a belly, and there's just not much that I feel makes me feel comfortable with that. And then again, there are people with my same body type who love to wear swimsuits, so I do understand that that's my problem. But I'm not going to miss that. And the sixth thing is feeling the need to have to apologize for my existence. And I want to explain that. When I worked in Oakland, I always felt apologetic when I stepped on the BART train. I'm thinking, I'm taking up more space than a normal person would. And I feel like I feel the need to apologize. I'm sorry that I'm big. Or when I'm in the back of a car with someone and we're squishing in the back seat, I feel like it's my fault. I'm sorry that I'm big. Or being in an elevator, I just feel some type of guilt. Like, I'm sorry that I'm this big. And I felt that my whole life because I've been big since I was 4 or 5 years old. It's been a lifelong thing. And I really want to get past that. I really want to let that phase of my life go now. And that's why I feel like I'm so openly honest about my flaws and what I'm struggling with now, because I feel like if I know that there are people who are counting on me, that gives me some kind of accountability, and that's really going to push me forward, because sometimes I don't love myself enough to want to succeed just for myself, and I realize that, but I just don't at times, and that sucks. Yeah, it does, but hopefully, somebody else is thinking, I'm counting on you, I believe in you, that could push me forward. And the seventh and last thing is accepting bull crap in relationships. And I feel like there's a certain breed of men that approach you when you're a bigger girl. And this might be just for me. It might be because I'm so insecure that I give up a certain vibe. I feel like guys, in my experience, expect me to put up with more because of my size. Because I've dated mostly thin men. And because of my size, they feel like they can get away with more, or that I should almost thank them for dating me. I don't believe that at all, but that's what I've experienced, and that's something that I really am looking forward to letting go. That's something I'm really not going to miss. I want to be viewed as a person with feelings. And like I said earlier, I feel like sometimes people only see me as a fat girl. And it's true, I am a fat girl. I get that. But I'm more than that. And that's what I want people to see. And going back to being apologetic about my existence, you can't even post a picture on Instagram where you feel confident without people saying that you're promoting obesity. You can't model clothes if you're bigger without promoting obesity. I'm sorry, but if I'm wearing clothes and I'm selling them and I'm promoting the clothes, I think that what I'm promoting is clothing. How am I promoting a lifestyle? And I think it's kind of hypocritical that a skinny girl or a skinny guy can make a mukbang video and overeat, and everybody's like, oh, this is so great. You see me eating one corn dog and promoting obesity and an unhealthy lifestyle. I'm just really done with accepting people's bullcrap. I do love people who love me enough to piss me off and give me real criticism because they care for my well-being. But for somebody who's just using, concern as an excuse to be a complete douchebag, I don't really have time for that anymore. And that's the nicest way that I can put it. But anyway, those are the 7 things that I'm not going to miss about being fat. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you like and subscribe. It's down there somewhere. And hopefully this won't be my last video and that I'll get to really know you guys. Please subscribe and keep following my journey. Hope to get to the finish line with you.